Die Ricardo Strasbourg, ironically, we were discussing terrorism yesterday in the Parliament and we voted on a resolution on it today. And what happened last night? There was a terrorist attack in Strasbourg. Our thoughts and sympathies are with the bereaved and those injured. Fortunately, no staff member or no member of Parliament was caught up in it, even though many were in the vicinity. I was supposed to be there myself, meeting the Singaporean ambassador, but I was delayed in Parliament because I was speaking and I had a meeting. So we were here until 2 o'clock, half 2 last night, before we got the permission to leave. Hopefully we won't see any more of this. The news on Brexit wasn't that good either. The trouble that Theresa May is having within the Conservative Party, she postponed the vote and then the vote of no confidence in her. Best to leave it aside for the moment. Hopefully it will work out okay in the end, because above all we do not want a hard border, we do not want a cliff edge exit. And I spoke on that in Parliament in the Council debate when I said there can be no renegotiation on the backstop. On a brighter note, we did have the Horizon Europe vote today. That was passed overwhelmingly. That's a possible 125 billion for research. That's going to be very important to all our food and businesses in Ireland. We made good use of the last research programme. We can even make better use this time, and I've been working with many of the researchers at third level and in the businesses to ensure that they're aware of what's involved and will be available to make the calls, because research leads to innovation, it leads to development of new products, it leads to jobs and growth. Also today we had a vote on the EU-Japan trade agreement, and I'm the only Irish member of the trade committee here, and I was delighted with the result. It was overwhelmingly approved by Parliament, which means it can come into operation pretty quickly. Now that's going to be a big boost to Irish agri-food business in particular, but also to many other businesses as well, because what the Japanese will be exporting to us, we won't be exporting to them. So it's a win-win situation, and especially I suppose at a time when Brexit threatens agri-food products and the rising markets and the trade agreements we have with Japan now, and hopefully in Singapore, because I'm in charge of that in the new year, will lead to positive opportunities for our exporters, and that again of course means more jobs and more growth in the economy. Finally, I'm not going home directly from here. I'm actually going to Poland for the COP24 climate conference. I've represented the Parliament in Paris, in Marrakesh, and now in Katowice in Poland next couple of days. Hopefully we can get a global commitment now to live up to the expectations and the guarantees all countries gave in Paris. We need to deal with climate change, but I'm going in the positive knowledge that Ireland has acknowledged that it hasn't done well enough up until now, but will do better in the future. We are putting together a climate change and energy strategy which we'll submit to the Commission, and I was very pleased that the chairperson of the Aractis Committee on that, Hildegard Naughton, was actually here in Parliament during the week, and we had a very fruitful discussion. I will be meeting Richard Bruton also in Poland, and hopefully we can put together an ambitious programme that shows Ireland is serious and that we're not going to be the laggards anymore, we're going to be the leaders. Sinna Will, have a happy Christmas and above all a safe Christmas wherever you will be. Go míle maith agaibh.